On a sunny afternoon in San Diego, California, billionaire entrepreneur Victoria Hayes attended a charity family festival with her 9-year-old daughter, Sophia. 2 years earlier, a tragic car accident had left Sophia unable to walk. Doctors believed she would spend the rest of her life in a wheelchair despite countless treatments and expensive rehabilitation programs. Victoria had spent millions searching for hope. She flew specialists from around the country, invested in experimental therapies, and refused to give up. Yet Sophia remained quiet and withdrawn, rarely smiling anymore. Wealth could buy the world's finest care, but it couldn't restore the joy that had disappeared from her daughter's eyes. At the same event, Daniel Brooks, a 40-year-old widowed father, volunteered with his 10-year-old son, Ethan, at a small obstacle course for children. Most people saw Daniel as an ordinary mechanic who enjoyed helping at community events. No one knew he had once served in an elite military special operations unit before retiring to raise his son. While Victoria answered a business call, Sophia quietly wheeled herself toward the playground. She watched Ethan laughing with his father as they raced through the obstacle course together. Daniel noticed the lonely girl watching from a distance and warmly invited her to join them. She smiled politely but pointed to her wheelchair. Daniel knelt beside her and spoke gently. "You don't have to race to have fun." He handed Sophia a small foam glider airplane and showed her how to launch it into the breeze. Within minutes, Sophia laughed for the first time in months. Ethan cheered every successful throw, making her forget the wheelchair sitting beneath her. Suddenly, the toy airplane landed several feet away. Without thinking, Sophia reached forward, placed both feet on the ground, and slowly stood up. She took one trembling step, then another. Daniel remained calm. "Keep looking at the airplane," he encouraged softly. Sophia continued walking. Then she began running. Across the park, Victoria looked up just in time to see her daughter sprinting toward Daniel with tears of happiness streaming down her face. For a moment, the billionaire stood completely frozen. Doctors, therapists, and specialists had all insisted Sophia couldn't walk without assistance. Yet there she was, running freely across the grass as if fear itself had finally released its grip. Victoria rushed toward them, hugging her daughter while crying uncontrollably. "How did this happen?" she whispered. Daniel smiled gently. "I'm not a doctor," he replied. "Sometimes fear becomes stronger than the injury. Children often need confidence as much as treatment." Victoria later learned Daniel had received advanced survival and rehabilitation training during his years in military service. Although he never claimed to be a medical expert, he understood how calm encouragement and focused movement could help people overcome fear after trauma. News of Sophia's remarkable progress spread quickly through the local community. Reporters wanted interviews, while television producers offered Daniel large payments to tell his story. He declined every invitation, insisting the real victory belonged to Sophia, whose courage had inspired everyone around her. Wanting to express her gratitude, Victoria offered Daniel a generous reward and even proposed funding a luxury auto repair business for him. Daniel smiled respectfully and shook his head. "I already have everything I need," he said, placing a hand on Ethan's shoulder. "My son is my greatest success." Instead, Daniel asked Victoria to support a local rehabilitation center where children from ordinary families struggled to afford therapy. Without hesitation, Victoria donated millions of dollars to expand the center, ensuring hundreds of children would receive treatment regardless of their financial situation. Months later, Sophia returned to the same park, this time walking confidently beside her mother. She spotted Daniel and Ethan playing catch and ran over with a bright smile. "You believed in me before I believed in myself," she said. Daniel simply smiled. "No," he answered softly. "You believed all along." As the sun set over the California coastline, Victoria realized the greatest miracle that day wasn't her daughter's first steps. It was meeting a humble single father who never revealed his extraordinary past, never sought recognition, and quietly changed lives simply by giving others the courage to take one step forward.